Greetings, it's Ian from RTO. Welcome to a Saturday and a bit of a miserable one here. Hello, Richard.
Hello, Ian. How are you doing on this absolutely pouring down day?
Good day for rugby, though.
Good day for ducks.
Anyway, we have got a top 10 for you, and this time it's standalone singles. Those singles that were not on albums. And I know there's some of these songs that were on one or two of mine are on American albums, but obviously because we're in the UK, we don't count them on albums. So don't start saying it's on this album. Yes, that was an American release. I've just noticed my microphones. There we go. Just making a guest appearance. So yeah, so top 10. I've got 5 bubbling unders.
I've got 7. So
be interesting
for this, yes.
So as usual, Richard goes first, I go second. Let's see what we get this time.
Okay, my number 10 is from 1973, and it got to number 2 in the charts, and it's by The Sweet. That's Hellraiser, and it is my favorite Sweet single. It's got one of the best riffs ever. I love the bass player. What's his name again? No, Steve Reese. I love his, odd vocals in the middle of it. He did it with Blockbuster as well. I always thought Hellraiser was the better song. And like most Sweet singles around that time, it wasn't on an album. So my number 10 is Hellraiser. Great track.
Yeah. I thought about that one, but I knew you would pick it, so I went for another one. Because it is a great song. It has got that one of Andy's great riffs. So yeah.
It has.
Okay, well, my number 10 is from 1965. And it's from the Seekers, and it's The Carnival is Over.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song. So it is.
Absolutely. It's that dun dun dun.
Yeah.
And then Judith just opens her mouth, and it's beautiful.
I have a sneaky feeling it might have a couple of comments below, because Ian, that got to number 1. Oh, why? Of course, so I'm thinking something else. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was never on any of the albums, wasn't it? No.
No, it was a standout single, and it is
probably around the time of Come the Day. Yeah. Sorry about nothing going through my head at the moment.
Which is a fabulous album.
It is a brilliant album, and I love Island of Dreams off that. That's one of my favorite secret songs. Absolutely brilliant album.
Yes.
Well, my number 9 is number 1 hit. And it's again from 1973, and it's See My Baby Jive by Wizard, which is completely different to anything that came off that album of the same year, Wizard's Brew, which is a very hectic jazz type album, and it was quite heavy. This one has got a real sort of full spectre sound to it. Everything is thrown into this, and it's quite a long song. It's well over 4 minutes. And I've always loved it as a kid as well. And the only time I ever had it as a kid was on the Top of Pops album, because I couldn't afford the single, and I got that album. In fact, the single wasn't in the shop at the time, but the album was. That's what I got. But See My Baby Jive is number 9 for me.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that one, but I'm glad it's in there because it is a great song. And like you, being a nipper, I loved it. I think it was all the hair, the saxophones, 2 drums, everything was thrown in, and it's a bit rock and roll. But as you get older, it's got that wall of sound feel to it, hasn't it? Oh, good choice. Okay, my number 9 is a Beatles song from 1966.
Plenty to choose from.
Paperback Writer.
I'm really pleased you picked that, because that would be probably my second favorite Beatles single. And if you take in the B-side of it as well, which was Rain, it's an absolute classic. It's one of Paul McCartney's best. And I always thought that Paperback Writer should have actually been on Revolver. Because if you look at Paul McCartney's songs in Revolver, they're either very piano-led or very string-led. There's one that's very soul-led with Got to Get in My Life, but there's no rockers. John had all the rockers. So I would have liked Paperback Writer to have been on there, but I'm stealing your thunder here. I'm stealing your thunder, Ian.
Yes, it is a great song. It's got that great riff. I love the lyrics. There's some lovely harmonizing backing vocals.
Yeah.
It goes up a key. It keeps going up a key. Brilliant song. It's one of their best.
Yeah, it is definitely. And it's a new sound to them, because the previous single that was quite similar in a way was Day Tripper, and to me, there's an ocean between the two of them in sound. I think they really stepped it up, so they did, and a great track. Well, my number 8, I didn't put the dates down here, so I think this is 1965, and it's the Kinks' Dedicated Follower of Fashion, which I used to think was actually on the Kink Controversy album, but it's not. It was a bonus track. But this is Swinging London, really, in the 60s, and it's just so upbeat, and I love the acoustic rhythm to it. Whereas it sort of ditched as You Really Got Me All Day of the Night sound. Then this is more English, and I just think it's brilliant. And it's such a sing-along song as well. I saw a video of him with an orchestra around 2010 or 2012 or something, and he sang it, and the crowd was just... Basically, they were singing the song for him. He didn't even have to sing it. So Dedicated Follower of Fashion is my number 8 by the Kinks.
Yeah, a band we used to see in the 80s, Tough at the Top, used to do a great version of that. And you don't have to sing it because the crowd sing it. Mm-hmm. Brilliant song. Okay, my number 8 is a Kinks song.
Another one, good.
Yeah, from 1964, got to number 2, and it's All Day and All of the Night.
Yeah, I nearly picked that.
It's David Davies' lovely a real, again, I think this is one of the, that and the other one that I can't think at the top of my head. The other one that's got the riff. These are the first heavy metal riffs that ever.
You Really Got Me.
Yeah, that's it. This is where heavy metal riff came from. Them two songs. I love that song, and I love the Stranglers version as well.
I like the Stranglers version. I'm a big Stranglers fan, but I still prefer the Kinks version. I really do. I think it's brilliant. Well, my number 7, and we're still in the 60s. There's so many you could have chose from the 60s. And my Rolling Stones pick, and maybe a bit vanilla for everybody watching, but it's still got one of the best riffs ever, and that's I Can't Get No Satisfaction. Now, I do know that was on their Out of Their Heads album in America, but over here it was a standalone single. And basically, that was the start of the riff period of the Stones. If you think about it, that they've been churning out for the past 50 years or 60 years. But it's such a great track. It's so simple, but the words are really good as well by Mick. And it has to get in there. I was close to picking Get Off My Cloud, but I think Satisfaction gets it for me, number 7.
We might mention that a bit later.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, my number 7, we're going into the 80s now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 1983, and it got to number 9. Didn't come out on a 7-inch single, but it was a 12-inch single. Of course, it's New Order and Blue Monday.
All right. I never even thought of that.
Okay, people say, oh, it's on Substance. Yeah, but that's a compilation.
Well, no, it is.
It's just, it was something different. It was clever. And
it is good.
It is an excellent song.
As I always say, that was one of the first couple of songs that gave me the confidence, along with about 7 or 8 whiskeys, to get up and dance. I'm a bloke, I don't dance. But that and Billie Jean, for some reason, I had to get up. Brilliant track, brilliant choice. And I forgot all about it. Well, my number 6 is still in the 70s, and it's from 1979. And it's When You're Young by The Jam, which has always been one of my favorites. It's probably my second favorite Jam song. I can't pick my favorite because it was on all mod cons down in Chip Station. But When You're Young, I just think there's so much energy in it, and there's a great wee guitar bit in it. And the call and response with the ohos is fantastic. It's simple, but it works so well, and a really good video with a load of kids in it as well. It's just great fun, and it's my number 6.
That's great it's in there because it gets forgotten about, I think.
A wee bit, yeah. Of the 379 singles, it's the one that I think people don't remember quite as well.
And it's got such a great bass line.
Oh, it does, exactly. At the start, especially. Really good.
Okay, my number 6 from 1970 got to number 5 from Status Quo, and it's Down the Dust Pipe.
All right, yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, I thought about In My Chair, and I thought, I love In My Chair, but this is just the start of that proper Quo sound.
Yeah, it's got the boogie to it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's raw. I mean, there's a lovely live sort of in a studio version of it, and Bob Young's playing the harmonica, and it's dirty and gritty, and it's just a great track. It's only about 2.5 minutes long, but it's brilliant.
I know it is. It's very short. It fades out far too quickly, so that could have gone on a little bit longer, but I don't know why they faded it out so quickly. It always felt as if the recording thing they're recording on broke down or something, because it just fades out in a flash, but it's a good try. Well, my number 5, and I don't know if you're going to like this or not, is the best-selling single in the UK that was not a charity single, and that's Mull of Kintyre by Wings. I can't help it. I absolutely love it.
So
and whenever the bagpipes come in, it always gives me a little chill and the hairs on my arms stand up. I just think it's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, does it deserve to be the best-selling single? I don't know, maybe. But it's just so good. It's very sort of Scottish as well. And I do love the video, seeing Linda coming out of the house carrying the child.
Yeah.
And Paul's walking around with a guitar.
It's brilliant. And along the beach.
Yeah, and that song, especially in the late 70s and maybe the early 80s, it was used a lot on New Year's Eve, Scottish New Year's Eve programs like Andy Stewart and all the rest of them. There always Mull of Kintyre was played by someone. But yeah, fantastic track. It's my number 5.
Didn't sell in America though, did it?
No, it did not. In fact, the other side,
Girls' School,
still did better. Mm-hmm.
Which actually where the band Girls' School got their name from.
Ah, right. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. 3 cheers for the girls. I love that. Yeah, so it's a great single full stop, really, too.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 5 is totally left field. It's from 1976, got to number 3. It's from Mike Oldfield, and it's Portsmouth.
Oh, very good. There was a few to choose from, and I've got one, not Portsmouth, but one of the Mike Oldfields in my Dublin Under.
Yeah, brilliant song. And I always remember seeing the video on Top of the Pops with the girls with the hankies dancing.
Yes, all around the circle. That was 1976, wasn't it, or 75?
Yeah. People will say, oh, it's on collaborations in the box set. Yes, that's just
a compilation
album for the box set. But it's not on any of his other albums. It's a standout single, which I've got.
Yeah, oh, very good. I have it as well. Well, my number 4 is 1983, and it's the Smiths, This Charming Man. Now, yes, this was on the US edition of their debut album, but wasn't on the UK edition. And this song blew me away, really blew me away when I first heard it. That intro, guitar intro from Johnny Marr, I just thought was magical. I felt it was something different. Everything was different about it, with Morrissey sort of drony voice. And I thought the lyrics were absolutely hilarious. I would go out tonight, but I haven't got a stitch to wear. I bet a million people have said that in the past. Oh, I'd love to go out, but I don't have anything to wear. But it's a really, really great song. And should it have been on the first album in the UK? Maybe not. I don't know. But it's a standalone single, and it's my number 4.
Yeah, I remember my granddad seeing it on Top of the Pops, and he says, "Yeah, there's a bloke there with half of Salsey Forest in his pocket."
I know.
Salsey Forest is a local forest. I can always remember that he's got half a Salsey. I mean, it wasn't, of course, but my granddad used to like to exaggerate.
I know, but it was different.
It was. Okay, my number 4. It was a bit of a controversial song in last week's tier ranking. So it's a T-Rex song. And I was wondering which one. And I know I don't like the bit in the middle, but I had to put this in just purely for the opening riff, 20th Century Boy.
Well, you see, I think the right decision last week was made.
It was eventually, I think.
I think it was made. I think you couldn't not have it. But yeah, it's an absolute brilliant track. We said it all last week. Has got one of the best riffs ever. I think it's got great saxophone through it as well. I think it's got really good melodic verses. The chorus is a bit standard, but it works so well with it. And I don't think it fades out as long as some of his other ones. It's slightly long fade out, but not as long as the Groover or Trouble on Tiger that got there.
Yeah, it was one of them that were thinking, I've got to put a T-Rex one in. And at the end of the day, it had to be that one.
Well, I have a T-Rex one as well. But my number 3 is the tier ranking we did before T-Rex. And I have got Baby, 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 Slade, Come On, Feel the Noise. And that was on Sladest. But Sladest is the greatest hits at the time. But it's an absolute glam rock classic. It's one of the glam rock songs that actually define glam rock. I love it the best. And as you said, Quiet Riot had a hit in America with it. And Oasis did a pretty good version of it as well. I love it the best. It's really, really catchy. You can't help but sing along to it. And that's my number 3, Slade, Come On, Feel the Noise.
Yeah, you mentioned the Quiet Riot version. A lot of people thought that was a Quiet Riot song in America. And then someone said, no. It's one of the greatest glam rock songs ever. Yeah, it's a great choice. Yeah, and I like anyone that's had a bash at that have never discredited it. So, yeah, good choice. Okay. My number 3 is staying in the 70s. And it's the one that I went for instead of Hellraiser, and that, of course, is Blockbuster.
Yeah, no, it's a good choice.
I just love that. It's Mick Tucker's drumming on it is just something else.
Kettle drums.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hard-hitting drummer as it is, but when you give him a set of kettle drums, it's even louder, isn't it?
Yeah. It's funny, though, whenever it was number 1, I think the Genie by David Bowie was number 2 or number 3, and they're both the same riffs. And they're both stolen from the Yardbirds version of I'm Your Man.
Yes.
So
that must be a very good.
Yeah. Right, my number 2 by number 1 could be switched, and I'm going to go with I'm actually going to switch them. And I'm going to go with number 2 is Hot Love by T-Rex, which we all agreed was top drawer. It is top drawer, which means I'm happy to see you picking 20th Century Boy. But this is just so damned catchy. Now, it does go on for almost an eternity in some people's minds, but in my mind, it's still too short. They could put another few la la la's in there. And this was the one that defined really started glam rock. And as I said in the previous video, when he was performing it live on Top of the Pops, the makeup artist put a little teardrop below his eye. And in school the next day, all of the girls and even the fellas had little teardrops on their eye, and that was the start of glam rock. I think it's brilliant. It was number 1 for about 6 weeks or so.
Yeah, it was a great song.
And deserved it. So that's my number 2.
Okay, my number 2 is a band that you've already mentioned, and it's The Jam. but this is their number one from 1980, and it's the brilliant, brilliant Going Underground.
I was so close to picking that. I was so close, but I thought, I'll go with When You're Young. They're both brilliant.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I love this. It's just the drumming from is absolutely brilliant.
I don't know. Like Rick Buckler could smash the drums as well. He was a hard hitting drummer.
I mean, yeah, I mean, what the rhythm section, Rick and Bruce on that was just that they stole that song. Paul was just there putting a riff in and singing, but it belongs to them too. They absolutely crafted that. So that's why it's my number 2. It's just absolutely brilliant.
Well, my number 1, really no surprise coming from me, and it's Alan Partridge's son, Fernando, by ABBA. I love it. I absolutely adore the song. It's my favorite ABBA song. Just everything about it is so well constructed. It's so well sung. I even like the crappy little video where they're in the studio with a fire, sitting around the fire, pretending to be outside, but they're not. They're in the studio. And it wasn't on any album, although I do believe it got on to the Australian version of Arrival. But over here, it was Greatest Hits. And it's so melodic, and I just can't say enough about it. It's just great. So that's my number 1.
Yeah, excellent song. I mean, then Brotherhood of Man did the poor man's version, Angelo.
Oh God, yeah. Terrible. And it got to number 1 as well.
No, but it was I mean, when everyone heard that, that's a rip-off of Fernando.
Without doubt.
No, I like Fernando. I think it's some of the nicest harmony singing.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's a lovely song, well-crafted little pop song. Okay, my number 1 is my favourite cover song by anybody. It's a Beatles song that got to number 3 in 1983 for Susie and the Banshees, and it's the beautiful, brilliant Dear Prudence.
Yeah, I like it.
I just think they give it so much justice, and I think Susie sings it really well. And sometimes when I listen to it, I think she sings it better.
Well, the thing about Dear Prudence is, as a song on its own by the Beatles, I think it's good. But whenever you hear the fade out of Back in the USSR, that coming in, that really elevates it. And yeah, it's one of the better John Lennon tracks on the White Album for me. But I do like the Susie version as well.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Okay, there you go. So that's my top 10, your top 10. And sorry about that, but at the start I was getting confused because I'm about to do a video myself on UK number 2 albums and rank it from the 70s. And whenever you said Carnival is Over, I thought it was number 1, but then I thought, oh, this is the wrong video.
Well, that was an easy, good way to put a plug in for your next video, isn't it?
Well, that's why I did it on purpose. I'm not stupid, you know. I haven't recorded it yet. I'll do it this afternoon, probably. Right, I have 7 bubbling unders, and I didn't write dates for this either. The first one is a track called Rosie by Joan Armatrading. It wasn't on any of her albums. It's got a bit of a reggae vibe. It's one of those cross-dresser songs, a bit like Lola, you know, that type of thing, but it's really, really good. Second one is I know from 75, and it's Elton John's Philadelphia Freedom, which didn't get on any of his albums. It's quite a long song. It's quite a funky song. Number 1 in America, but I think it only got to about 15 here or so. My Mike Oldfield pick from the 70s is the William Tell Overture.
Oh, I love that.
I love it as well. Absolutely love it. I love the piece of music. It's Rossini, I believe. But I just love Mike Oldfield's version of it. And then a song I have mentioned quite a few times on my channel, and it's from a local band. They never released any albums. They only ever had 2 singles. And it's Perfect Crime and the track Brave from 1983. Just takes me back to 83, so it does, you know, and I remember getting the single. I have it on 7-inch and 12-inch, but really, really good. And then Nick will be happy with this one, and it's from 1981, and it's Toya, Thunder in the Mountains, which is probably my favorite Toya single as well.
Yeah, it's a great song.
And then we have from 1980, and it's UB40 and The Earth Dies Screaming. And this is when UB40 were really, really good. And it was a double A side with Dream a Lie, and both songs are as good as each other, but I always slightly prefer Earth Dies Screaming, and I believe it just hit the top 10. And lastly, my Beatles pick is I Feel Fine from 1964, the John Lennon song. And the B side of that is She's a Woman, the Paul McCartney song, and it's probably my favorite Beatles single. So those are my bubbling numbers.
Some good ones in there. I mean, Beatles, I Feel Fine, it's got that lovely delay, hasn't it?
The feedback at the start, you know.
Okay, well, mine are a real mixed one. My first one's from 1967. Got to number 20, and it's Pink Floyd's Arnold Lane.
All right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, yes. The one about the man who likes pinching underwear. Okay, my next one from 1983. Only got to number 53, and it was the debut single for Marillion, Market Square Heroes.
All right, okay.
My next one is I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Ah, good stuff.
Okay, next one is an Iron Maiden song. Before they released their first album, it's 1980, got number 35, and it was Women in Uniform.
Say that again, Ian. You sort of muffled up a little bit. I didn't quite hear that.
Yeah, it was from 1980, and it got to number 35.
What about whom?
Women in Uniform.
And who's?
Iron Maiden.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it's renowned for the cover. It's got Margaret Thatcher being giving a good kicking.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my next one is from The Who. 1964, got to number 8, and it's I Can't Explain.
Oh, it's a good song.
One of my favourite songs. And my last one comes from 1981. It's from an EP, that standout EP from Motorhead and Girls' School. And it's Please Don't.
All right, okay. So that didn't get on either of their albums then, no?
No, it was an EP they did together as Little called the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Because on the front cover, it's got them all dressed as gangsters, and it's a brilliant version of the Johnny Kidd song.
Would you touch me, baby, because I'm shaking so much?
Absolutely brilliant.
I know, I do like that as well. I actually bought a Motorhead CD just for that and Ace of Spades. It was a cheapy greatest hits, and I saw that the two songs were on it. I thought, I'm having that, because I hadn't heard Please Don't Touch in years, and I must have played it about 10 times in a row. Loved it.
Yeah, it's a good version. So there we go. That's some standout singles. Next time we all get together, we'll have two guests next time. We've got two of, it's Nick and Mike. And they're sort of the punk gurus. And we're going to go through a tier ranking of the top 20 best-selling UK punk songs. So it's not been picked, it's been picked for us. But to make it interesting, we're all going to put in a wild card as well. So that's on the 18th, because next week, Richard, will do a plug for him. He is doing a video with James Griffiths.
Yeah.
So, and I've got things to do, and then some of us are up in Leeds the following week, so it'll be a little while. So, having a little break from the Saturday afternoon top 10s. So it only leaves me to say thank you for watching, and as always, these are really fun to do. So it only leaves Richard to say it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
And he got it right. Brilliant. See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.